Hi, I'm Kim. You're watching Kim Wilson TV. My channel is dedicated to helping victims of narcissistic abuse get free and stay free. Clearly, beyond a question of a doubt, there has been an absolute surge in narc abuse. The comments, the emails, the private messages that I'm getting, and it doesn't matter if it's here at YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, everywhere. There seems to be this global surge in narc abuse, like they're upping their game, and I want to talk about that today. Here at Kim Wilson TV, we are seeing an absolute ravenous increase in narcissistic abuse. I mean, I'm getting emails and comments saying things like, there's dead animals left on my property, my car windows have been smashed, my home has been broken into, the lunatic is outside circling my work. Like, what the fuck are they doing? And not just at a domestic level, it's everywhere and it's global. Something's going on. Now, in my quest to figure out what the fuck just happened in my life, I've been trying to find absolute confirmation that this is a psychological medical condition. Well, there is no conclusive evidence of that, though I will tell you, I saw Trevor appearing to me to be demonically possessed. And they're all the same the world over. Now that's pretty strange. Another thing is victims just do not seem to be able to sever that bizarre soul tie. People are constantly making comments like they felt like they were in a trance, that, you know, he or she narc was demon possessed. I mean, we're constantly hearing comments like this. So another thing, of course, is the isolation. There are so many anomalies to this form of abuse that simply do not apply to any other form of domestic abuse. Another thing that is a real anomaly, something quite extraordinary compared to other forms of domestic abuse, victims tend to linger in the suffering for, whoa, holy shit, years, decades, very, very abnormal lengths of time compared to other forms of domestic abuse. We're exposed to isolation that becomes very, very difficult for us to break, even after long, long periods of time. Another aspect of domestic abuse that's pretty fucking weird. So, I don't know, I'm going to say in my personal experience, I am absolutely convinced that I saw Trevor in states of demonic possession. I'm not prone to fantasy. I'm not prone to paranoia. I'm not a religious person. But I'm going to say that I saw some shit coming from him. Words coming out of his mouth, mannerisms, behaviors that simply cannot be explained away by a medical condition. No other form of domestic abuse is so all-encompassing, where victims and survivors will absolutely confirm that every aspect of their life has been infested, infiltrated with these fiends. This, too, is extremely unusual. I don't know if you guys really have been doing a lot of research or you really understand how bizarre this anomaly is. This just doesn't fit any conclusive evidence that this is a psychological condition. And I'll tell you, another thing I found out was there's quite a few psychiatrists that specialized in narcissistic abuse who, after years and years of a very good practice, gave up medicine to study the occult, claiming there is no way to explain this away with a medical condition explanation. More victims of narcissistic abuse have suicidal thoughts, attempt suicide, and commit suicide. The numbers are staggeringly higher than any other form of abuse. Now, for most of us, the involvement with the narcissist was the absolute worst experience of our lives. I mean, completely all-consuming, breaking our hearts, crushing our souls, crushing our sense of self-worth, rendering us broke, scared, freaked out, mind-fuckeried to hell and back, absolutely a state of total discombobulation, like, and feeling desperate, like, like the world has ceased to spin. This is extremely unusual for domestic abuse. Okay, so it was the worst experience of our life, and we hate the rotten narcs. We despise them, yet we have this bizarre, lingering soul tie, almost this soul tie that seems so hard to sever. I'm sorry, it just doesn't fit any medical condition, and I cannot find any conclusive evidence to prove it is a medical condition. But on the other hand, if you do some research and look up traits of a demon, and then look up traits of a narcissist, holy shit. Ooh. Countless victims, me included, have reported a feeling like there was a trance, a spell, like I was in some kind of hypnotic state. That too is kind of unusual for domestic abuse. Now, admittedly, not all relationships work out, but, I just went on a date with this fucking guy. I wasn't expecting, Captain Poltergeist. The answer is here. I believe the answer lies within all of us, within this collective here at Kim Wilson TV. I kind of form my own opinion, but being a wee thing, I really want to hear from you guys while trying to form my opinion. But I will tell you my personal experience. I believed Trevor was demonically possessed. I had asked him about it, and he most certainly didn't deny it. In fact, had said that he wasn't quite sure. So, and all the traits are the exact same as demonic possession. And there are an awful lot of anomalies. There really, really are. Now, guys, if you don't mind leaving a comment, we're doing a little survey here today. See how many people believe that this is a diagnosable medical condition. Now, the other thing about medical conditions is most can be treated. This is untreatable. That's another thing that makes it quite unusual. Or if you believe you too could have been with Mr. or Mrs. Poltergeist. Creepy. Now, the reason this is really important to me is I want to know what I was dealing with. I actually want to know what I was waking up beside. Because, to be honest, I wasn't even attracted to Trevor in the first place. The dude put some kind of weird spell on me or something. And, I want to know what happened. I want to know what the thing was. The thought that I was waking up beside some demon-possessed thing is, well, that's something to think about for sure. And the other thing too is, I think if we're to completely recover, we need to know what we're recovering from. I don't think the same types of therapies or same type of healing practices are going to work the same if you've been exposed to someone with bipolar condition versus someone who's demonically possessed. I'm just thinking it presents a different set of circumstances. I don't know about you guys, but it is really important for me to know what the fuck we've been exposed to. Thank you so much to all the wonderful new friends here at Kim Wilson TV. Your input is tremendously valuable. And for my old buddies been hanging around since the beginning, bless your hearts, guys. I just think it's so important that we can actually step over this hurdle and really free ourselves from this horrible, horrible thing. And for so many people, it just lingers and lingers 5, 10, 20, 30 years. It's too much. It's just too much. That is too big of a price to pay for loving somebody. And I think for all this to make sense, I just want us all to get over that hurdle together and truly be free of it. And I don't know how we're ever going to fully heal if we don't even know what the fuck just happened. Guys, I'm Kim. You're watching Kim Wilson TV. And peace be with you guys. I'm going to really look forward to seeing your comments. Love you guys lots.